Hello again YouTube, Mad Dog here. Get yourself a brew guys. This one's going to be a long one I'm afraid. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a revisit to this is my personal go-to survival kit tin. Now before I start, I just want to make it clear from the offset that in my opinion, all of this is just in my opinion, a survival kit differs from a bushcraft kit. A survival kit is a go-to proper in an emergency survival tin, not a bushcraft kit where you choose to go and practice survival skills. In my opinion there is a difference. So this is, if you're properly against it, a go-to quick grab and carry in your pocket kit. So obviously small and compact in the old tobacco tin here. So what I'm going to do is pop this bad boy open, show you the contents, just give you a quick explanation and show you what works for me. Like I've said, every survival kit in my opinion is personal and different for each individual, because we all have our preferences and we all know through experimentation, experience and trials what works best for us. Don't carry kit that you're not familiar with, don't carry kit that's unreliable and kit that you're not proficient with. You know, there's no point. So, you know, if you're going to buy a pre-brought survival kit, buy one by all means and then go out and use it, practice with it, because you'll find that there's one or two items that you never use, or if you do use them, fail or let you down. They're no good. Replace them, use that basic foundation kit that you've brought as a building block, adjust it, keep taking stuff out, adding stuff in, keep trying and experimenting until you've got a kit that you feel comfortable with, that you can throw in your pocket, and even just for a weekend use it, go and have a go, because I tell you now, it's harder than you think to actually get by with just one of these tins. No matter how often you've done it, it is a lady's present, a struggle. So let's get to it. So first and foremost, the tin itself, just a standard tobacco tin, and around the edge I've layered several layers of standard duct tape, great for repair, great for fire lighting as we all know, even at a push, makeshift first aid use, you know, bandage wrappings, etc. Then around the lid itself I have a small Ranger band, which again, great for fire lighting, great for waterproofing, just a standard bit of inner tube that is, cut down to use as a Ranger band. Keeps the lid on nice and tight, keeping it waterproof. Underneath the tin, I don't know if this will pick up in this terrible lighting, but I've got a couple of Ziploc bags. Always recommend carrying these, because each one of these will carry approximately half a litre of water. There's a couple of them in there, and a little bit of toilet paper for sanitary needs, and an extra tin for fire lighting. You must, in my opinion, always have a way of carrying water or collecting water. No good having a kit with water purification tablets inside if you can't collect your water in the first place. So that's just underneath. I mean, you can actually put these over the kit to waterproof it entirely, but again, that's each to their own. So we open the lid up, and first thing inside of the lid, which you can also polish to a reflective surface for a signalling mirror, is this little fellow, and it's a Fresnel lens basically. We're all familiar with these, and basically, you know, you can read close detail on a map. You know, use it as a magnifying lens if you want to get ticks off yourself or splinters, etc. And obviously by focusing the sun's rays onto a tinder ball to create fire. Very light, very cheap, very flexible, hard wearing, you know, why not? Gives you an extra option. This is what the tin itself looks like inside. There's a ton of gear in here. So first out is this little fellow, and this is a small neck knife. This one's, I think, made by Miltech, US brand Miltech. One piece solid little knife. So if you haven't got your primary knife, this makes a get you out of a bad situation backup basically. It's good enough for skinning game and animal, it's good enough for carving notches, to make traps, snares, cutting cordage, feather sticking, all the normal everyday tasks that you will need. Obviously you're never going to heavy batten with this, but you know, we're talking survival. And that comes in a little leather sheath there. I do recommend keeping them on because you don't want to get an injury. You know, that's the last thing you want when you're already in a bad situation. So that's, in my opinion, one of the most important bits of kit in this tin. Moving on, I've got a small piece of high resin pine wood, fat wood, just to scrape to make a dead easy go-to tinder. Keep it dry, obviously. Cotton ball, heavily dressed with Vaseline. Now again, if you dress it heavily with pharmaceutical grade Vaseline, you can also use that as makeshift first aid, you know, to stop any bleeding. You can waterproof gear with it. Use it as a lubricant if you're making a bow drill kit under the socket to stop the friction happening at the socket end. So as well as firelighting, you slice that into 3 or 4, you've got 3 or 4 potential fires. Dead simple, dead easy, and we all know that one. Moving on, a couple of my Mad Dog Joules, because I know these are reliable and I do trust them. Dead easy to get a fire going with those in most conditions. I'm whipping through this quickly because there is a lot of kit to get through. Packet of Stormproof matches and striker, sealed, self-explanatory. A good quality lighter because we're talking survival, not bushcraft. You know, you need to expend the least amount of calories for the maximum result. So why make life hard work and go through the pain of firelighting by friction when in a bad situation just get that fire lit because you need it. I've got a small mini LED light here, little torch. Always check your kit, make sure everything's working periodically. You know, even if it's just once every, you know, 6 months even, just check it. So nothing worse than struggling in the dark. For how much they weigh, recommend carrying at least one of those, and the cost next to nothing, you know. Several safety pins. I've got these things all over the place. Again, first aid uses in conjunction with a, you know, a Shamog bandana, that sort of thing, for a makeshift bandage. Improvised fishing hooks and general wear and tear repair. So recommend some of those. This is one of those expanding towels. So you add a few drops of water to that. It's in a blister pack and it expands to a usable towel, which you can use for first aid dressings because they are sterile when they're packed like this, and basic sanitary needs without going into that too much, without being too graphic. Useful bit of kit, and when they're dry they do take a spark, they are flammable. Quickly moving on, water purification tablets, no brainer. Like I say, check your kit, make sure they're always in date, don't carry stuff that's out of date. And again, as we all know, 1 tablet is 1 litre of water. So one of these tabs will do both of my bags, if that makes sense. So I've got enough there for 6 litres of water at least. That's without boiling, etc. So water tabs. I have 2 of these little party candles. You've seen these on, no doubt, on my previous videos. They're self-relighting candles, so if you're trying to establish a fire in windy conditions, light one of these up, and should the wind come and blow it out, it will relight without going through the pain of starting all over again. Recommend carrying a couple of those. Have a swag of coffee. So a long reach matchstick, and this time I've wound onto there about 20-25 feet of 6-pound fishing line. A little bit of black insulation tape just to secure it. Again, you can make snares out of that. You can use it as fishing line, obviously, and the match is another match basically, so worth having. I have a small pencil, and underneath that tape I've wound quite a lot of black cotton basically, and I've also stuck on a couple of good strong needles, so you can use that for obviously field repairs. You can use the pins magnetised as a makeshift compass. It's a push, don't recommend it, but if you had to, you know, Rambo style, you could suture yourself, stitch yourself up if you had to. Don't recommend it because of the infection that you will probably incur doing that. But again, the pencil is also useful for leaving notes, memos, etc., and another form of tinder because of the wood. Another long reach match. This time I've got, I don't know, 15 feet of bank line, very strong waxed bank line. Again, traps, securing woodage together, makeshift repairs. You can never have enough cordage. So, and all this kit fits into this little tin. In here, I'm not going to open all these bags up because it's pretty self-explanatory. Small amount of quite compressed char cloth, dead easy to catch a spark, get an ember, blow it to flame. Keep it dry, that's why it's in a sealed bag. Another little bag, again self-explanatory, so I'm not going to open it up. In here I've got 6 little fishing hooks, 6 little weights and a couple of spinners. And obviously I can use that in conjunction with a fishing line to make a hobo hand reel for fishing, etc. Ferrocerium rod, no brainer, absolute no brainer, why wouldn't you? And in conjunction with that I've got 2 pieces of hacksaw blade, because obviously these make great strikers, as we know, but also because it's got the saw-toothed edge, you know, we're talking survival. You can use this to cut notches out, cut small woodage items, etc. So you've still got another form of cutting. I carry 2 of those, just snapped off to the size of the side of the tin. Then moving down the tin, a small button compass. If you are going to carry a small button compass, go and get yourself a good quality one. Don't buy 20 of these Chinese ones for £1. That will let you down and get you into further trouble, in my opinion. So, self-explanatory, it just gives you the basic north, east, south, west. It's just a handlebar basically. I've got a conflict of opinion within myself carrying these, to be honest. If you're going to get one, get a good quality one like this one that I was gifted, the Marbles one. And that was gifted to me from Eagle Ridge Survival when I won his giveaway competition. Go check his channel out, please. So that's that. I have several self-adhesive dressings, first aid dressings. Again, no explanation required there, different sizes. A couple of alcohol wipes, again for medical reasons. Cleaning any wounds is very important. You don't want infection, absolutely not. And because they are proper alcohol based, yes, it's going to sting, but again, firelighting tinder, catch a spark straight away, no problem at all. Small piece of broken mirror. I got this off a lay-by. It's off like a car wing mirror type of thing, just for rough signalling basically, if you had to. That's basically all that's for. And it's also very sharp, so again you could actually cut with this. On the subject of cutting, I have, I believe, 3 sterile scalpel blades. Again, another form of cutting should you lose or break your initial survival knife. Always handy to have those. Right at the very bottom I've got a selection of these small chem lights, snap chem lights. So you can snap a couple of these open, throw them on the floor around where you're working, if you're working in the dark or doing any first aid tasks in the dark. Save your battery life on your emergency torch. As we all know, the great little inventions, fantastic things. For how much they weigh and carry, absolutely recommend them. And last but not least, this little fella. And this is a bit of a scrap Coca-Cola can tin that I've cut up to form an emergency whistle. I have done a video how to make one of these. It was one of my very early videos. I'll probably revisit that, but just to give you a quick demonstration anyway, if I can. Just roll that up. Beauty with these is they do fold flat and take very little room or weight up. So as you see, they do work, they are quite effective. A bit fiddly, not going to lie, but something's better than nothing. It's either carrying this or something like that, you know, that you can fold flat. So that is the basic content. I'll just pan around here a minute just to show you. That's the basic content. All that gear all stows away quite neatly in there. So you've covered most eventualities. You've got fire, you've got water, you've got cordage and knowledge to make shelter. The same with trapping for food. You've got basic first aid kits and signalling for rescue. So for me, that covers a lot of the bases for survival. I'm not talking bushcraft, just purely for survival, to get yourself out of the proverbial, get your backside home safe and attended to. So anyways, I know I've rambled on. I've had to try and blast through this because there's a lot of kit, as you can see. I hope you found some of this useful. Might give you some ideas for your survival kits, who knows. So as always, thank you all very much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome aboard. Thank you, people. And until next time, Mad Dog signing off. Yeah!